Rachel had been working at the same marketing firm for nearly 7 years. She'd often come home venting about long hours, office drama, and her overbearing boss. Yet somewhere between complaints, she'd started mentioning how her efforts were finally being noticed. So when she got nominated for Employee of the Year, I was genuinely happy for her. I wanted her to feel celebrated, supported. I even went out and bought a new suit for the occasion, something I rarely did for corporate events. But this one felt different. It felt important. She'd been distant lately. Her smiles didn't quite reach her eyes. Our conversations were thinner, colder. But I hoped that showing up for her, standing proudly by her side, might be a step back to the warmth we used to have. The ceremony was held at a luxury hotel downtown. I arrived about 15 minutes early, carrying a small bouquet of her favorite flowers, thinking I'd surprise her. The lobby was alive with elegance, cocktail dresses, suits, soft music, and laughter echoing off marble. A large banner with the company's logo hung over the entrance to the ballroom. I walked to the check-in table and gave my name. The woman scanned the list, her brows knitting together in confusion. "I don't see your name. Are you sure you're on the guest list?" "I'm Rachel Thompson's husband. She's in marketing. She must have added me," I said with a calm smile. She tried again, flipping through pages, then picked up a walkie-talkie and spoke quietly into it. A few awkward seconds passed before a security guard, tall, suited, sunglasses indoors, approached. "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to step outside," he said flatly. I blinked, thinking surely this was a mistake. "I'm her husband. I was invited." She said, "Only employees and registered guests are permitted. You're not on the list." "I'm sorry." I stood there, stunned. Heat flushed up my neck as nearby guests turned to glance. I stepped back, heart thudding, mind spiraling. Why hadn't she registered me? I pulled out my phone and texted her, "Hey, I'm outside. Security says I'm not on the list." No reply. I called. It rang 3 times before going to voicemail. I waited. Nothing. Growing uneasy, I walked around the building, hoping to catch a glimpse through the tall windows of the ballroom. I spotted her near the front, seated at a decorated table. She was smiling, wine in hand, her posture relaxed. Her hand rested lightly on the arm of a man I didn't recognize. He leaned in, whispered something. She laughed, the kind of laugh that belonged to private familiarity, not casual co-workers. I stepped back from the window, my pulse pounding. Was I jumping conclusions? Was I misreading a moment? But the way her hand lingered, the closeness, it didn't feel innocent. The ache in my chest told me what my eyes were afraid to fully process. I stood outside for over 30 minutes. She never texted, never called. Eventually, I walked to the parking garage, sat in my car in silence, the flowers now resting on the passenger seat, like a forgotten promise. People began leaving the event, chatting and smiling under the soft evening lights. At around 9:15, I saw her exit the building with the same man. He was carrying her award plaque. They were still laughing. She didn't even glance around, didn't look for me. They walked to a car. He opened the door for her. He drove. That night, I didn't sleep. I sat alone on the couch, the bouquet untouched on the coffee table. It was close to midnight when the front door opened. Rachel walked in quietly. Her hair was a little tousled, her makeup smudged in the corners. "Hey," she said, as if nothing were wrong, not even surprised to see me awake. "They didn't let me in," I said softly. She shrugged. "Oh, they were strict about guests. I forgot to register you." "You forgot?" She nodded casually, then walked into the kitchen, pouring herself a glass of water. No apology, no concern, no trace of remorse. I stood in the hallway, watching her, my heart feeling hollow. "Who was the guy you left with?" I asked. She paused, her back to me, then slowly turned. "Just a co-worker." "What?" "You were touching him, laughing like—" "Don't do this," she interrupted coldly. "Not tonight." And that was it. No fight, no denial. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't press. I just walked past her, went to our bedroom, locked the door, and lay on the farthest edge of the bed. Over the next week, I started observing more closely. I went through our shared phone bill. Late night calls. Unknown numbers. One number repeated more than the rest. 2 weeks later, I confronted her. She admitted it, said it started around 3 months ago, that it just happened, that he understood her in ways I didn't. She didn't want a divorce, yet she just needed space. So I gave her space. I moved out quietly. No dramatic fights, no shouting matches. I rented a small apartment across town, packed my essentials, and left her the house. I let her feel like she'd won. Weeks passed, then months. She called a few times. I barely responded. It was the silence, not the anger, that seemed to unnerve her most. One day, I mailed the divorce papers. She called me, her voice brittle. "You're just giving up?" "No," I said calmly. "I'm done waiting outside." That was the last time we spoke.